is this to get to this. And the reason that these two cards out of everything else wound up being attached to it is understanding that your guardian angel, your spiritual team, your ancestors, spirit, guides, they've been listening. They know what you're working through, what you're asking for. You have not fallen on deaf ears, my love. Sometimes things take longer to grow. An example that's very just random, they want me to remind you of the time that you wouldn't know about, but I once bought a lilac bush, planted it in my yard, and I didn't look into it enough. So when it didn't flower that first season of these beautiful blossoms, I thought I did something horribly wrong. I was very upset because one, the plant was very expensive. I mean, in the scope of things you're planting in your yard, 444. But I started speaking to somebody who is a gardener for life and all that stuff. They're like, no, it takes like 5 years before you actually get flowering blossoms that have scent. And I'm like, 5 years? They're like, yeah. I'm like, wow, okay, so it's not something I did wrong. That item takes longer to bake to full fruition. And the reason you had to hear that kind of dumb analogy maybe is so that you could see all the things in your life and go, oh yeah, everything does have a different time that it takes to finally be baked, right? Because we always say nowadays, let it cook, let it bake. They might say let it cook, but I always say let it bake because Spirit always talks about being like a cake. Maybe it's because I like cake. Also, let them eat cake. Have cake and eat it too. All those references keep popping up. So, I want you to realize that you aren't broken, you aren't damaged, there's nothing really wrong with you. Yes, I would love, and they would love for you to continue doing the healing work you know you need to do. Mother and father wounds, core wounds, look into that, because we get told about it and we talk about it, but we don't really dig into that stuff enough to realize how much stuff is connected into it. It's like a file cabinet of stuff versus just a folder, all right? Folder. Trauma bond attraction is another one because that usually has roots connected to a lot of core stuff, and that might be able to help you remove some imposter syndrome stuff. I just saw a beautiful, huge wooden elk on screen, so you might see carved deer and statues like that, but you also might see videos and things of huge deer antlered elk, the male versions with the big horn and antlers. Okay. I love the accent they used. This is a bigger message than you seem to realize because this is what's stopping this monumental moment. So for you, understand that everything does take different times to have things